So hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial from a lesson every day. Today I'm going to share with you how to be a good teacher and how to create good lesson plans. Of course, we have finished with CEO, so we will move to education. You can check the channel for CEO if you are interested. But the following videos are going to be all about education and teaching. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to become a great teacher. Everyone can do it with the right material and the right skills and the right way of thinking. Now, what's a good teacher? A good teacher is a person who masters a particular subject and can transfer the knowledge that you have to your students. Okay, transfer it without being bored or without being boring. Okay, that's one of the great things. So how can you actually transfer the knowledge that you know or help other students build and construct the knowledge um, in an effective way? Of course, you need a lesson plan, and when you add a lesson plan, it's not really something difficult at all. There are a lot of examples. For instance, it's you want to teach grammar, or you want to teach arts, or you want to teach something. You just have to think a little bit. Let's do it together here. Of course, you can if you can open a Word document, then you are a teacher already. Let's do it. So we have here an empty page here. We'll just try to put a table somewhere there. Okay, or let's just put some text here. Say for instance you want to teach a class, so you need to mention the number of the student and the name of the class. Okay, no, sorry again. Class. This is your starting. Was this difficult? It wasn't. Okay, so for instance you put that here and you write the name of the class. Okay, grade, mm, grade of course, or something like that, whatever the type of was it this difficult? No. So you have selected the name of the the number of the students you will teach, um, the class. You need to when exactly. For instance, let's say it was very easy. The type of the lesson. Okay, you can write type or the scale. What do you want to teach the students exactly? What do you want to teach them? Is it some kind of a math? What is it that you are trying to teach? Okay, and then you can decorate the whole thing so that you can look a little bit professional, and then you can come to of course the to insert a little bit of a table. Okay, of course you need a place for date, and another place for activity, date and class, activities, content of the lesson, remarks and the reflections, and then you for instance put enough um, place there so that you can write all the content. Nice, so far so good. Okay, here you write date or time or the timing in general. Okay, write activities, content for instance, and you write your remark about your lesson. Was it that difficult? It wasn't at all. So you just try to make your table look a little bit bigger. Remarks will be a little bit small. Activities, dictionary is in English. Activities. So the timing. Now let's imagine the time that you have here is okay, time is 1 hour. Let's say 2 hours. 2 hours. Now you have to create a good lesson plan. You have to manage to do a lot of activities in these 2 hours. Okay, so this, I'm sorry. No, no, no. I need to add text. So lesson plan. Sorry. Nice. Just decorate and make sure you have a very good looking plan here, because you may want to show it to someone else and you want to be to look like a professional person. Oh, this is still French. Listener scale, I should turn all this to English here. Nice. So here you have a listening plan, and you have remarks, and you have content, and so on and so forth. In case you want to put this into 2 hours, and then so you have to, for instance, 30 minutes. 30 minutes here. 30 minutes. And 30 minutes. Here you can so you have 2 hours, and then you can put a follow-up here. Of course, if you want to have a follow-up, some other activities that people can do outside once you've finished doing whatever you want. One of the things that are very important at this level is that you need to have an objective. Okay, what's your objective? Whatever, by the end of this class, by the end of this session, whomever you are teaching, either students, old people, or whatever, you just put here by the end of this class session, um, my student, for instance, or the people I'm teaching will be able to, for instance, you're teaching your little brother, or and you need to be to try this and to look a little bit professional. You can will be able to what? And then you put like a lot of objectives, especially when you have 2 hours. You have to put a lot of objectives there. Okay, a lot, too many objectives. Okay, to achieve, because you have 2 hours, you will have to have a lot of objectives. Okay, nice. So we'll be able to do this, and we'll be able to do that. If you are teaching music, then for instance, you will see that this is going to be able to play some kind of scale or whatever. Okay, remark. Sorry, French again. Okay, this is a simple, very simple template that you can really enhance. All right, you can totally enhance this template here. Activities. Let's imagine, for instance, I want to teach music or guitar lesson. Okay, and so I would like to do in the first activity, for instance, I will revise what what maybe what you did last time. For instance, maybe for instance open chords. What are the open chords? Play the open chords, and so on and so forth. So we do the activity here. All students will play open chords, will play a particular song. If you are teaching something else, you can, if students still have problems, still need more practice, need more practice. Okay, so here open chord, students will play a song, for instance, and this, if it's good, then it's done. Okay, and then you if you are teaching something else, for instance, like teaching a reading, teaching someone to read, you can just read what you do before starting the text, what are the activities and what are and then you can come here, and then you start your whatever you are going to do in this particular lesson, and what are your students are going to do, what are you going to do, and what are your students going to do. Of course, here if you are teaching music, you will need to put some kind of a material here. And of course, if even you are teaching whatever you are teaching, you will need to put materials. um, Materials book, for instance, laptop, data show, whatever, etc. You can put whatever you want to. Okay, this is going fine. Okay, so I don't want any red lines over there. Nice. Follow up, you can see, for instance, students will play, students will practice at home, practice a particular song at home for further enhancing. Okay, this is music, and you can do this, of course, listen plan with whatever. You can of course add more columns and so on and so forth. And here you can come here and write for instance what to do in this half an hour. Especially every activity should take some time. You can put this one to, for instance, revision. Maybe the students are very good, you can turn it to 10-20 minutes or 10 minutes, and add the time here if you have another activity which will take you a lot of time here. If you are teaching, for instance, writing, you can put pre-writing, while writing, after writing, teaching reading, pre-reading, while reading, after reading, teaching grammar, presentation, practice, production, teaching, whatever. Each skill has some nice going there, some nice stages, activities, and stages. Okay, and then the content, what song are they going to play, for instance. Let's see, for instance, you gave okay, you practice this song, and then you need to check on the whether they are going fine, and then you can put here what are you going to do next, so that when you're teaching, whatever you're teaching, not just music, whatever, you will follow the steps and check at the end whether this objective has been achieved. Okay, you need to check on the fact that your objective has been achieved. Whatever you are teaching, is it a language, is it grammar, is it mathematics, whatever it is, you need to check. Whatever you are whomever you are teaching, is it your students, your brother and sister, and so on and so forth, right? You can add mode of work here. For instance, here you want to have students work together on something, right? Mode of work. You want students to work alone. Okay, students to work alone. Okay, so students, and then here, for instance, you want them to work with in groups. Group 2. Okay, 2 students, for instance, or a peer, or partners. Here you want them to work with you. Okay, teacher student mode. All right. And of course you put your remark here. Was it successful for that particular okay, was it successful for this activity, for instance? If it wasn't successful, you put it here, and then you remove it when you do of course. What matters really is that you need to achieve your goals. Whatever the activities that you do here should achieve. For instance, here, let's say students will be able to play. So the date, students, class, the date, and the skill that you want your students to, whatever. If you want them to write an email, write an email here, and then put out to how are you going to teach them. And from time to time, come back to the lesson plan and check and go back and check. So this is it for today.